Hey guys, hope you're all well. Today we're going to be flying the RNAV approach for runway 02 into Toncontin in the Pmdg 737 NGX. In front of you, you will see a chart. A chart for the RNAV approach runway 02 into Toncontin in Honduras. I don't really know what to say about this. It was requested by a viewer and so I decided to do it. It's pretty funky, it's pretty challenging. There's a few obstacles in the way. All in all, it's a good laugh, and you kind of walk away with a bigger ego than you started with when you vacate the runway. We're going to start off at the waypoint Malvo at 9,000 feet, and then we're going to head down towards Tango Golf 017. Remember, this is RNAV, so everything is programmed within the FMC. If you are not RNAV equipped and you do not have that equipment on board, you cannot do this approach. We're in the NGX today, so we do have that equipment on board. Therefore, we can do this approach. So from Malvo down to Tango Golf 017, and then Tango Golf 015, and then Tango Golf 014, 3, 2, 1, visual, runway, bang, cliff if we're unlucky, vacate at the end of the runway and park on the stand if we are lucky. We can split this approach really into two parts. There's the instrument bit of it first, which goes all the way down until pretty much Tango Golf 011, and then the last little bit, which is a visual part. This approach is not like any other approach. Normally approaches start with a final approach fix and then you kind of work your way in from there. It's not the case with this. Malvo is the initial fix, which is the IF, and then Tango Golf 014, if you look down here with the dodgy kind of star symbol, means that that is the final approach fix. So it's at that point, where is it there, that we need to make sure all the landing checklists and the flaps and everything are all out and the gears out and we are good to go. So the idea, or as far as I'm aware, is the idea is to make sure you're at least on the way to being fully configured, if not fully configured, at this point here. It kind of felt like a little bit of an F-15 when I tried it, I don't know, about a year ago. And today's probably not going to be much different. This turn here at the end is an absolute nightmare. There is a road and you follow the road, which leads onto a junction, and then from the junction it's a left turn over the top of the junction with a crazy bank angle onto the runway. The runway is only 6,000 odd feet long, so you need to get it down in good time. No floating, no trying to grease it, just aim for the TDZ and plant the wheels into the runway, get some good braking action. Otherwise, there's only one way you've got to go, and that's north, because if you see here, high terrain, and here, high terrain, the go-around procedure is relatively simple. Just turn left heading 358 and climb as fast as you can to 9,000 feet. At the bottom here, the minimum's 4,430 feet. If we are not visual by that time, it's time to get out of there and fast. We just follow the procedure. I don't really have much more to say to it. The transition level is flight level 200, transition altitude is 19,500 feet. Its touchdown zone elevation, which is the bit at the end of the runway, is 3,297 feet. Mixed with the ridiculous heat that is down in that part of the world, proves for, well, it's not good, put it that way. Here we go. You can't do this if the temperature is below 14 degrees or above 52 degrees. Hopefully it won't be that bad. I didn't check. I'm hoping not. The joys of flight sim, I can change that. But anyway, let's jump over to the flight deck and we'll take it from there. We'll see how we go. I really hope you enjoy this, and if you're bored already, I'm sorry. It's 5 AM and I really wanted to make a video, but I didn't want to do the whole, you know, let's make a video on how to do something boring. This is quite fun. Anyway, to the flight deck we go. Welcome to the flight deck, where it is a beautiful morning, heading down into Toncontin. We're just, where are we, 6 and a bit miles from Malvo. We're actually at 9,500 feet, so we're going to descend to 9,000 feet. And, oops. It's been so long since I've flown the NG, I've actually forgotten that the speed intervene isn't a click of the knob, it's the little button next to it, which is kind of sucky, but whatever, we'll go with it. So yeah, we've at the moment we have, per the FMC, whoops, we have the RNAV runway 2 programmed, or runway 02. All the waypoints as per the chart are in the FMC. I've set up one range ring actually around the Toncontin VOR of 10 miles, just for reference, and because it was on the chart, so it might look a little bit familiar to you. We're literally going to follow the VNAV LNAV path all the way until the final approach fix of Tango Golf 014, and then from there we'll let it carry on, but we'll be watching out for the road that we mentioned previous to jumping in the aircraft. So we're going to reset the MCP out. I'm going to take it down as far as 4,400 feet. I have the minimum set to 4,430. If we are not visual by that point, then it's time to GTFO. I'm sure you can Google that. And we're going to climb as fast as we can to 9,000 and scramble out of this mountainous region that they like to call Toncontin. Now, there's always problems, and this is one of them. It doesn't like the speed restrictions that the NG has put in place, but we're never going to be going that fast anyway, so it doesn't matter. Just remember to keep your heading synced up all the time, just in case something goes wrong. We're using Order Break 3. And what else are we doing? What have I missed? Oh, I'm using Track IR, I don't know if you can tell. I plugged it all back in today, so most of my videos from here on in will be with Track IR. Ignore that orange light. What is it? Off schedule descent, that's fine. Altimeter is set 3006. The weather apparently is fantastic, but there's a few clouds around. Nothing too troublesome. I want to be fully configured by the time we get to Tango Golf 014. That is my goal. Although VNAV says that we'll only be 171 knots there, I'm going to speed intervene it when we're approaching that, and I'm going to get the gear out, get all the flaps out. I want to take this stable as soon as possible. So we'll leave it until Tango Golf 014, and then when we overfly Tango Golf 014, I want to be pretty much bang on the money. We'll then be looking for the road, and then from the road we'll be looking for the junction, and hopefully we'll be down in one piece. Now, I don't claim to be an expert in dangerous approaches. In fact, the chances are that I may have to re-record this, but hopefully I won't. I don't really care if it's a little bit off. I mean, I'll only re-record it if I end up crashing into the side of a mountain. But hey, it makes good footage for outtakes and all that crazy stuff. The descent from Tango Golf 017 to 015 is ridiculously gradual. So I'm going to take that gradual opportunity to start slowing down. So I'm going to bring out flap 5. And this is where now I'm going to start to speed intervene it. I'm also going to bring out some speed brake. We are 133 plus 5. Do the maths. 138. We're still bang on the vertical profile and the lateral profile. We just need to wind the speed a little bit quicker. I always get incredibly nervous of approaches like this, especially when it doesn't want to slow down. But we will make it do it. Can't really see much at the moment yet. The joys of Track IR. The ability to just look around. So 104 we'll put gear down, and then we'll follow gear down with flap 15. We can bring the spoilers back in, speed brake even back in, and we can arm the speed brake as well. Now we are looking for a road It won't be as obvious as you think, but it is a road nevertheless. Right, full flap. Heading sink. There would have been once upon a time where I would have thought that the smaller roads were the roads we were looking for, but not today. Not getting the better of me today, Toncontin. So, I mean, I don't think that the minimums are going to play a part today because it's completely clear. In fact, I can actually see the airfield over there at about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Just ahead of us, just beyond this little smallish hill, is where the built-up area is. And that is where the road should be sitting. So, I'm going to take out the autopilot. I'm also going to take out the auto throttle, because I am quite satisfied that we can fly this manually from here on in. I'm going to set MCP altitude though to 9,000 just in case things go wrong, and I'm also going to set this to 358. There we go. Beautiful. Right, there's the road right in front of us. You see it just creeping under the left pillar now. Minimums, we are visual, so we can carry on. So we can say good old-fashioned captain's word that everyone loves to hear, landing. I'm going to get rid of the flight director on my side because it's going to put me off. I'm looking for some form of junction. There it is on our left hand side. Don't worry too much about the pappies because you will lose some altitude on the turn. Get rid of that.
Terrain, pull up.
You will also get that warning. Here's the junction here, just coming up under our left hand side. So we really want to, a little bit low, but keep it, check the speed, all looks good. See approach lights on the side of the hill. Now this is where it could all go disastrously wrong.
Sink rate.
But we'll keep on top of it. Round we go. Speed's getting a little bit away from us, but never mind. And we're down. Maximum reverse. $60 knots. All the brakes doing its thing. Wasn't that bad, was it really? A little bit of a weird turn to final, but honestly, I think we've done pretty good there. I'm happy with that. The rest is simple. All you've got to do now is taxi and park up. Give yourself a pat on the back. Just got to the parallel taxiway here. Excellent stuff!